All of the talk on social media, all of the discussion around town, sadly, became a reality on this day indeed, as the OPP notified a local family that one of the victims of Wednesday morning's horrific crash on Highway 400 in the Barrie area was Benjamin Dunn of North Bay, a father of 9. Matthew Sukram has a story on how people in this city are trying to help out the family.
The images were shocking and the news was devastating as Ontario Provincial Police announced at least 3 people had lost their lives in a fiery crash on Highway 400 just outside of Barrie earlier this week. Then that shock became grief for a local family as they had learned a loved one was one of those 3 that had passed away as a result of the crash. Benjamin Dunn, a father to 9 children and a loving husband, lost his life, and it is now apparent that those in the community are reaching out to his loved ones and doing what they can to support them at this extreme time of sadness. Local business owner Lisa Love, who does not know the family, has set up a GoFundMe page for the Dunns.
I just read the article on Facebook and my heart broke instantly. I was blessed with only 1 child, have a hard enough time myself. I couldn't imagine being left with 9 children.
Love says she has been in contact with Dunn's wife to get this page set up.
A lot of her close friends and relatives have contacted me, so I'm getting to know a lot about her. I did a GoFundMe page so that people can donate in the process of adding the wife. She gave me the information to put her bank account, so it's directly to her and only to her. It's devastating, and born and raised in North Bay, and always support as much as I can. We seem to, when tragedies happen, pull together, and that's what I'm hoping we all do for her.
During question period today at Queen's Park, Nipissing MPP Vic Fideli offered his condolences.
Thank you and good morning, Speaker. I'd like to begin, Speaker, by offering our hope and prayers to the families affected by the tragedy on the 400 yesterday, especially to the Dunn family of North Bay, where 9 children lost their father yesterday, Benjamin Dunn, and we will pray for this shocked and traumatized family.
There will also be a fundraising event taking place on November 12th.
Of course, the reaction to a tragedy of this scope is rather profound, and Matt Sukram has been working very hard this day getting different reactions from different people that are involved and want to be involved in helping out this large family now without their breadwinner. Let's go now to more of Matt's reaction report involving this tragedy.
And now I'm joined by Danielle Moore via Skype. Danielle, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So first of all, tell us your side of things when you heard about the passing of Benjamin. What went through your mind and what led you to setting up this GoFundMe page?
I think the first question when you hear of such a loss at the magnitude of, the loss of Benjamin to Nakaya, but not only to Nakaya and her 9 children, the first question I think all of us want to ask is, what can we do to help? Or you want to ask her, what can we do to help you? How can we help? And I think with the loss of a father to 9 small children, I think the main thing we want to do is to alleviate some of the stresses of basic needs, especially with Benjamin being the breadwinner in the family and Nakaya being an at-home mom to these children. So my thought was, I talked to Nakaya and I asked her what I could do. And her and I both discussed to come up with a GoFundMe to help her raise costs for her children for winter clothing, for school necessities, for her basic living expenses and her van payments. And I think it's crucial to aid in that assistance, to allow her to grieve and mourn the loss of Ben, and also for her to be able to be there for her children as they mourn and they grieve the loss of their father.
Are there any other ways outside the GoFundMe account that people locally or not locally could help out the family in any way?
Nakaya has informed me that they've been given all kinds of supports through the Harbor Church, the Bethel Gospel Chapel Church. I personally have been contacted through the United Way. They're able to access corporate funds from local charities. Okay. And the United Way is actually able to access these funds and give them to any of the charities that Nakaya and her family access in the community. And she's indicated that the North Bay Pregnancy Care Center is the actual charity that they would like to use through the United Way, and them offering assistance and help.
Well, Danielle, I want to thank you so much for joining us from Sault Ste. Marie today, and I know that a lot of local people will appreciate the information that you've been able to provide.
Thank you.
Let's send things back over to Greg Estabrooks at the desk.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Nakaya Mulak Dunn. I can't believe that you're coming in on this horrible day. Thank you for coming in, folks. She wanted to come in and talk to, you've talked to the media today about this after losing your husband in that unbelievable accident on the highway. Why was he on Highway 400 in the first place?
So Benjamin was working. He was doing his nightly shift, and he was on his way to Toronto to do a drop, reload, and head back to North Bay.
When did you get any suspicion that something may have been wrong?
Well, I woke up, I didn't know anything that night, but I woke up the next day and opened my Facebook and was flooded with all the posts about the horrific. So the second I saw it, I looked, where is this? Where is this? And it was Barrie, and my heart was like, oh, that's the route he would have been on. So I'm panicking inside, and then just suddenly his coworker's girlfriend messaged me and said, have you heard from Ben? His truck didn't return, what? And I was just like, oh my goodness, I don't know. So I was just checking everything, trying to see what was going on, and then she ended up sending me a picture of the collision, and it was a picture of his truck, and I recognized it in the collision, engulfed in flames. So, and
again, you are willing to talk about this today. How I can't imagine how one can cope. People are coming to your aid. Your family is here with you in the studio, and you know, this is unbelievable for you, and 9 children. Have you been able to tell at least the older ones what happened?
Well, it was such a waiting game because I saw the picture, but it wasn't confirmed until the OPP was contacting our family. So once I heard that, it was real, and it was just overwhelming, and I could barely cope. I was having a panic attack. I didn't know what to do. So immediately people came over and helped me deal with it for the afternoon, and then a grief and trauma counselor actually just came to our home and met the children when they came home from school and helped me share the tragic news about everything.
You have people out there that are starting up GoFundMe pages to help you try to survive as best you can through this. The community is coming together quickly. Obviously, you're gratified.
Yeah.
Are you shocked, maybe?
I'm shocked. I haven't even really been on Facebook to see that, but people my phone's going off crazy, and people are calling me and just saying, like, we just want to help you and we love you. And, you know, North Bay, the community has always loved, you know, our children because we're plugged in different programs and, you know, soccer and just everything, hockey and drama, and, you know, it's just overwhelming, and I'm just still in shock and just trying to process, and everybody has just been so kind and generous, and I have no words.
Well, Nakaya, thank you so much for coming in. As a parent of many children myself, I don't know what to say to you, except I'm just grief-stricken as well, and Godspeed to you and your family, and let's hope everybody can help you try to stay, you know, upright and on your feet and moving forward. Back with more on Cogeco News after this. Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you.